Do you think? I mean, obviously, Jesse is your uncle, and do you think Bald Eagle prepared you well enough to play college football?
Oh,
The program.
no, no doubt. No, Coach Nagel was my linebacker coach. He's my uncle too. So like, I was always watching film with him, watching film on my own, and he held me to a high standard that I needed to be held to. Because truthfully, I'm limited athletically, so I needed to be advanced mentally. So when I was on the field, it was just like I had to have that coach's mentality where I know what you're running every single time you like whatever formation you're in, I know what's coming. Like I know how many times you pass out of this formation, how many times you run out of it. And that was just the standard that I was held to under Coach Nagel. And he's a great defensive mindset. He knows what he's doing. I was just on the phone with him last night and he was talking about he's like our defense is a do your job type defense. And if one person doesn't do their job, it's like we're screwed. So that really prepares you for college because college is the same way. Because with a lot of high schools, you just have a lot of players that just go out and play football. But at Bald Eagle, it's different. You have responsibility every single play, and you got to know what's coming at you every single play.
Yeah, Jesse's definitely done a great job since he's been at Bald Eagle. You guys were in the state semifinals, right?
Yep, my junior year.
And then you were district champions. I don't think he's had a losing season. Has he had a losing season since he started?
Yeah, he did. My senior season, it was a
Well,
losing season.
COVID. Yep.
Yeah, the COVID year, we were 2-6, lost a lot of close games. It was just ugly.
Well,
But
for Penn State, we didn't count that season on the podcast, so we
yeah,
don't have to count that one. That was a really weird, rough year for sure.
yeah,
But yeah, he's had a lot of success at Bald Eagle, and he's just been consistent. And you saying that makes complete sense. I mean, that's kind of like the Bill Belichick method. Just do your job. And what you said about yourself, Austin, I'm sure you would agree with this. That's kind of the way Michael Motti was. Michael Motti was obviously he was a great athlete, but his mind and his instincts, I think, made him that much better. And I think that's kind of the comparison for you, Kyler, is Mike Motti. I mean, he knew everything about everything that was going on.
right.
You know, I mean, he knew where every play was going, and that's why he was one of the best. So, Kyler, you played in the what is it called again? The Lesser Lumber Classic.
Yeah, I played in the East West All Star game,
Okay,
and after that, I played in the Lesser Lumber game.
Lesser Lumber, and I think my uncle Brad he played in the Lesser Lumber too. I think.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
Now the East West is that the Big 33?
No, so there's the Big 33, and then there's the East West game. So
Okay,
it's put in for the Big 33, but for the guys that you know don't aren't the elite 33 in Pennsylvania are put in the East West game, which is
right.
still it was an honor to play in that game.
Absolutely, yeah, that's awesome. How did you like that? How did you like playing in those games?
I love them honestly. It's just so when I got to I was a little bit skeptical at first about both of them because you're playing with guys from all sorts of different areas that come from different backgrounds. So luckily, Coach Nagel was asked to be the defensive coordinator for the East West game. So I was in there with him, and like he really helped me at first, and it was just like off the bat, like you find out who the leaders are in the locker room. So you just have to like get to like connect with the guys that are like going to different schools and just figure out how to play football with them in the matter of four practices because that's what you get. You get four practices. So it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun getting to meet new people and getting to play with different elite athletes.
Yeah, I was gonna say with going to Lock Haven, I'm sure it's the same thing. You're
Yeah,
playing with people from everywhere and um, all types of different backgrounds. I mean, Bald
but
Eagle, pretty much to say, we're pretty much all from the same area
yeah.
generally. So yeah, I'm sure that was interesting. Now, were you were you trying to play in like an all star game or two? Was that a goal of yours, or was it just you were just doing your thing.
So like you go into your senior year, like, this is it, got to ball out. And, Coach Nagel and I, we talked about like, hey, if you play super, super good this year, you could have an opportunity to play in the Big 33 game, which like you strive for that. Every senior does. Like every senior has that opportunity. But, I did have a great senior season, but you have to be absolutely elite to play in that game. So, yeah, I would say that was a goal of mine to make those all-star games because I felt like I was good enough to be able to play in those all-star games.